Kandid Kudzai. Conversations flow and women grow. We break taboos, build strong bridges through shared experiences and empowering stories. Welcome to Kandid Kudzai, conversations that matter. Join the conversation. Kandid Kudzai.
In part 2 of this conversation, something unexpected happens. The roles shift. What began as me asking the questions becomes a moment where my sister-in-law begins to ask me about my own journey through love, loss, and healing. And in that moment, this conversation becomes even more personal. A shared reflection on grief, faith, and what it means to move forward together. To anyone listening who is walking through loss, you are not alone. Welcome back to a conversation between sisters, Kandid Kudzai. Please don't forget to like, share. I told you this is difficult for me. This whole like, share, subscribe.
You've got to continue saying, please like, share, subscribe.
Please subscribe now and turn on the notification button so that you don't miss out on important conversations. I hope you didn't anticipate this for too much, that you didn't miss us too much. We were here last week. I'm not going to recap, but this episode is there to watch if you want to. I still have, it's still Niger meets Niger, like I said. Okay.
Original like Niger.
Original meets original. I know be fake, oh.
Oh Lord.
Okay, but you can see the stark difference. She is the dramatic vavavoom like my daughters. I'm the laid back, calm sister. At some point I doubted her salvation, hey, because of all the glam, she's a lover of things. But then
what kind of things?
No, like just things.
God
like,
created all
why can't you just leave
things.
the house normal? You have to make her fast. You have to. She will say, "Hey, my hair." She will change top 3 times. I mean, just decide what you want to wear it and go.
No.
You can't.
I don't know. I think it's a Nigerian thing.
Yes, it is. And I see it in
But you know, they also tell us dress how you want to be addressed.
True. I did
so
on one of the lessons.
So if I'm just on the road and I'm wearing bathroom slippers and I'm scattered and you just look at me, that is this person okay? And I want you to address me as who I am. You know, sometimes it's not too much. I don't think I do too much anyway. I'm not a fashionista. I just try my little best to, okay, you're going out, you're decent, dress how you want to be addressed. It's a Nigerian thing. Nigerians know they carry last. Come on.
Yeah, they know they carry last, but I also think it's just not, I don't know. Because if I come out with my bedroom slippers, no, who will
Where
send
are you
me?
going to?
Maybe to the shops.
What kind of
I'm not going to meet person for road. Even if you meet me, I'm minding my own business. You mind your own business.
You now meet your friend from secondary school.
But my friend from secondary school knows
or
me.
Somewhere. What do they know? They don't
know the inner me.
They see the outer you before they see. It's just good because you know what it also does. It helps you feel good.
Yes,
and it helps your self-esteem. Because I won't want to cower, or you know how you're with people and you feel like
small.
Yes, you know, or you just want to, you just want to hide, or you know that does this. Let me not say I let them not think I'm suffering, or let me not go on. You won't even want to talk to them. But if you feel you're okay, you can talk to anybody at any time. It won't be a problem. Because most times, especially for someone like me who likes to take pictures, the times I'm like, oh, I have to tell somebody, oh, I have to tell Jerry I saw this person today, oh, I have to tell Bume I met this person on the way, and then we want to take a picture. You won't even want to take a picture because you know you're looking like. So sometimes it's just okay to look good.
But is it not now that thing that society, the pressure of societal expectations, I have to look a certain way so that people won't think I'm suffering? No, does it really matter? How, is my doing well in life measured by how I'm looking?
No. So no. I don't subscribe to that because I know, especially with social media, everybody wants to look good and feel like I'm a superstar when you're really not. So no, but like I added, like I said, it's for you. It's for you to feel good. It's for your self-esteem, to boost your self-esteem, so that I explain, so that you're comfortable in your skin. You can talk to people anywhere you are. You can have conversations. You don't have to, and you never know. I'm a businesswoman, so business opportunities come up in different places.
True.
I may want to talk to a CEO, or I meet somebody. Elevator speech. I meet somebody who have been trying to get a contract from their organization. I have to look a certain way, to be able to address.
So that they can trust
so they
you
will
with
even
their
listen
money.
to me. And if you're trusting me with a lot of money, I really have to look a certain way.
True.
So even with the era of social media, I say it sometimes that the people who try to look, it's also not, when people talk about, so there are different types of people. Anyway, let's put that out first. There are people who are influencers. There are people who are in entertainment. There are people who are in showbiz, all of that. So those people, I don't think they're faking it. There's that aspect of their life where they have to show off. You won't want somebody who looks tattered to represent your brand.
True.
Do you understand? And it also helps them with pricing. Because if I'm going to tell you to pay me XYZ amount, I have to look like I have that life. I can carry something. Oh, I drive this kind of vehicle. I have something that tells you this is the life I'm living. So don't bring me down. Start to offer me what I don't deserve. So they have to live that life sometimes to be that way, which is fair. Yeah.
So it's not
What's your
window
opinion on
dressing.
that?
Like I said, I feel like we're just
fake.
window dressing. I feel like life is not that difficult. Yeah, you have to present yourself the way you want to be addressed.
Yeah.
As long as it doesn't inconvenience you. I mean, sometimes maybe you're cooking. Like I could be cooking, and the kids are busy with homework, and then I realize I'm out of Maggi. Let me quickly go and buy it down the road. Why should I now go and put makeup that I've been in my house? If I can just tie scarf and go.
No, so not makeup. I understand what you mean. But it's also different if, for example, we're doing a podcast. You won't just show up in your towel or you're cooking, you're making doing all of that. There's certain spaces or certain things you have to do that you must also just look the part for. So yes, you're going to the supermarket down the road. It's fine. You don't have to make up. You don't have to dress. But you won't you're in the house. You're wearing your bathrobe. You won't. Or will you wear a bathrobe to the show? Good. So I think I agree, but I understand what you say because you're also a very conservative person. So that says I think I'm also conservative, but Kudzai. I am. But I'm a bit, I have my moments of
So can I flip it?
Yes.
Would you want to be candid today? I'm giving you 10 minutes to be candid. I'm flipping it. Ask me not anything, but ask me anything godly.
So we're flipping it.
Flipped.
And we're on Kandid Kudzai. So
I can even give you a cue card.
Kandid questions. So
be nice.
I'll try. I'm a nice person. I'm a kind person. How does it feel?
To be
how did you feel? No, being married to a Nigerian. Do we need to drink tea?
Let me be looking at the camera.
Remember, you're on Kandid Konversations.
Okay, it felt like I was in an African movie. Especially the times I came to Nigeria. It felt like I was an African magic. But I guess between me and Femi, it was never nationality. Of course, yes, it would come up here and there.
Yeah.
But it was just a friendship. A guy that understood me, that I understood. A friend. You're married,
Would you advise someone from your place to marry a Nigerian?
I have told a few ladies that maybe you should look west.
Oh, Okay, that's good.
Aside, of course, there are challenges. It's not easy because there's cultural issues, communication, language barriers. Issues. But if you put all that aside and you focus on the two individuals, it's sweet.
Beautiful. I always say marriage is a beautiful
He was easy to talk to.
And it's not also just because of the culture. If you married somebody who was Zimbabwean, you may have had
West challenges.
So again, sometimes,
you don't marry just the person, you marry the tribe.
And all of that.
So you don't know what you're getting into.
True. Only God knows.
So those years were beautiful. I got beautiful kids. I got lovely in-laws. We have scratched ourselves, but we've never pulled each other's eyes out, thank God. But it's been nice.
Yes, we're still learning.
It's still nice. Yeah.
And how do you feel? I always say that you're the first child, and your family. I think Zimbabweans are like Burundians. Well, you guys, I know that you guys are big on family. Because I know that you say, this is Gogo, this is, you have aunties, you have uncles, and you're very close to all of them. Because I remember when someone passed and immediately you had to travel, and I'm like, she didn't even take a chill pill, so you guys are big on family, you're big on, how does it be?
Is it a Zimbabwean thing, or is it that you guys came from a small family?
No, it's
so even if your family was big, you guys wouldn't have made fuss over extended family.
Not really. I don't think so. Okay. I think. I think you guys are just. Because most Zimbabweans are like that.
Yeah.
And most times you guys have big families.
We do. My mom has 7 sisters and 1 brother.
What of your dad? I know.
My dad has 6 siblings. He has one sister.
Okay. I don't know your dad's.
And I think you've met one.
And then you have grandmas. Your grandma would come and stay with you.
Yes.
Your grandma's sister. Wow, you guys are close mates.
My grandmothers were my friends.
How do you manage that relationship? And then
because remember, you are raised that way.
Okay.
Remember, I was telling you once after Femi passed, to say, I want my children to know they belong, to have it pains me that, because, it's unfortunate because we are in different countries. It's a different world now than it was then. Yeah. But then I remember weekends would be dropped off at my granny's house. My maternal granny.
All the grandchildren.
Yeah. Susan is from my paternal side.
Okay.
So we would meet on holidays during the term, because my maternal granny was in the city. When my parents had to work weekends, but I suspect they just wanted me time. So they would take us to Luveve, and there, my aunts, remember my mom was married, but she had younger sisters that were still at home, still in school. So you would go there. The pots that we used to cook in, big. And then the dishes, they'll just be lined up. And then you go and fetch your plate according to your age. From older to younger. So that bond. So you see, if you are many, so I created a bond with my I remember after, when we knew she was coming from work, all the kids, the grandchildren, maybe all the sisters would have brought their children. So it's a lot of us. Then we would all leave the house and go and stand by the corner, by the bridge, looking out for grandma. So that when she's coming, meet her halfway, and she'd always have something for us.
Oh, for all of you?
Yeah, maybe fruits or sweets, something, fudge. Oh, my granny loves to give us fudge.
Oh, what's fudge?
Fudge is, I'll show you when we go to the shops. It's a sweet made out of condensed milk and sugar.
Oh.
Very sweet.
Oh, okay. I think I know
but
that.
You have a sweet tooth, so I'm sure you like it.
I know.
So but I don't think it's a Zimbabwean thing. It's families, families.
I guess, I guess so. But because you guys, so for us in Nigeria, it's a bit different also. I think it was better those days.
Okay.
Because for you guys, you still have the culture up till date. But most people don't have that again. because everyone, not even these days that everybody has traveled, sometimes you don't even know your cousins. You don't talk to some of your cousins, you don't have their numbers, you don't, because you never had that bond growing up. So it's a bit difficult. Do you understand? Because I always believe that, you know, it's better to create relationships when you're little or when you're nobody. Even with friendships, it's more difficult when you're older, because really life is busy and all, and then now you're one busy person or you're one CEO and they can't reach you because truly you're in meetings. But somebody who grew up with you knows that, Kudzai, are you okay? I'm calling you. What CEO are you doing? Come on, tell your PA I want to see you. I'll be at your house, because you already have that bond. So I think it's something we should imbibe. We should all,
even in our children,
and even till date, you know, no matter what, they're relocating, they're traveling, they're abroad, we must find time.
And you must know that
time.
You belong to someone.
Be intentional about it, yes. To have those relationships, to learn those cultures. Because one thing about family, you know, we were talking about sisterhood the other time. And one thing about it is that I feel that your sisters are the only people who can really never betray you. I know that some people have had, there's some families that are cray-cray, you know.
They are.
Some people have had, you know, those one-off, not all the time. But I know that I'm not going to do something and then next thing, Femi will say, oh, my sister did this, and I'll be in the blogs. Do you understand? I'll be on Instagram, Niger. So, you know, you can have friends, things can happen, and a relationship can go south, and then people start to say, oh, yes. But, you know, with your sisters or with family, you know that whatever it is, we are going to insult ourselves, but we're still going to root for ourselves. That, you know, because you don't, sometimes it's a shame that, well, this is happening to us as a family, so you're still going to push. So I think it's important that, you know, family is very key. We must make sure that we imbibe the right culture and, you know, family dynamics in our children and amongst all of us, so that, you know, the world is just a better place when you have, because it's a support system. Imagine that you have 10 people, imagine all your aunties, imagine that you have so many people rooting for you,
that I can call,
praying for
like
you.
Now when
that things, imagine when bros passed, that you say, oh, somebody came to sleep with you, someone came all the way, you know. And sometimes I'm like, oh, I wish I had so many siblings.
When my parents couldn't make it, my auntie could. When there was a time when things were really rough and everyone just rallied around, and I was like, really?
Yes.
So
I remember you even said you had donations from home. You know, just imagine all of that. That's beautiful.
So
because for me, I'm like, I also feel like it's it's me.
It's you alone now. Like,
I feel well, because our family is smaller, especially now. We were 4, now we're just 2. And for me, I don't have aunties. My mom has just a sibling. She used to have a brother that has passed. My dad's siblings are a bit far, but, you know, now they're just like 2. Most of them they've passed. So, and then I'm closer to, literally, I have just one auntie. Like I always say, you know her. So, you know, that's the only person I can actually say, okay, I can call, or that we have a relationship. Do you understand? So it's easier to, you know, communicate. So even if you ask me now, where your cousins, like, you know, I have, you know, my cousins that, you know, we talk once in a while, but we see once in a while. But the relationship is not as, yes, you understand. And that's from my mom's side. From my dad's side, I don't think I have any number of any of my cousins.
But there's a saying that says,
we must just try.
Father's side is always not as close as mother's side.
No, but sometimes it's also, people say so, because most times, you know, the mother is the core of the house. She's the one that, oh, our siblings are coming, the children are seeing, like you said, even for you, like I said, I know more of your mom's, I know your mom's siblings, our sisters, your uncle, I know most of them, I know them more than, it happens sometimes, you know, there's that family dynamic, but it's on us to make sure we try. So, you know, even for me, I'm trying to be more intentional. So that was, like, last year we went to see my children's cousin, my sister-in-law, and we had to go so we could see the family, the kids, and, you know, bond with them. So my children spend time with their cousins, because I want a situation where they grew up and they're just literally by themselves, you know, and they're just two. But, you know, they have cousins, they have family, they need anything now. They're talking to Vivian, Auntie Vivian, this one, you know, they have that. Now, I know Dara chats with Iyanu, they also have their mom's side, you know, so they have their father's side there. And even if we're not too many, you know, for their dad too, it's a small family. For me too, it's a small family.
And
so
then did you guys, was
try.
it intentional for you to have a small, like just 2 kids?
Yes. Somehow,
I can't imagine having such a small family.
you know what I like? I like that. I like when the kids are grown. You can just bring them. Let me take them. But you see all that we are doing babysitting, we are not as I am
but it's
now.
a phase that passes.
It is. You know how much it is to buy tickets for more than 2, like we're already 4. So imagine that we're buying for 6. Maybe we wouldn't have had to come. We'd have to move it. So sometimes it's also, you know, all these financial school things are pricey. So but we wanted that. We wanted a situation where we just wanted a small family. If it's even when my mom prays and she says, "Oh, when you have me," my husband he doesn't say amen. He literally Jerry faces the other. Who told you to be praying for children? Let's pray for long life. Let's be happy. We can have children. We can adopt. There are a lot of children in the world who need love, who need help. Now, when they ask me, see them, Aduni, I have a lot of children. They are there. Them Vivian, Dorisha, they are there. Everybody, you know, my friends' kids, all of that. So we have children. So I just like when they're grown, when you need to do things together, you can support yourself. So I think we've dealt with that family aspect. So my next question for you.
Be nice.
How has it been, you know, being at this age? So this is a bit serious and personal.
Not too serious. So.
I'm going to ask you a serious question. So being
your 10 minutes
mom,
is almost up.
It's not up Kudzai until I say so. You know I'm older than you. Sisters bully. I can still bully you. So how has it been, you know, being a mom, now a single mom, being a young lady who has lost her husband,
define young.
Trying to come on, you're young.
Okay.
You were even younger when, you know, when Bros passed. How has it been navigating the terrain of being a widow, going through grief, you know, having children to having children that, you know, really there's no time to grieve. You know, that's what, let me tell you what my thoughts about you before you now answer me. So I felt, you know, sometimes when there's something to do and there's no time to wait or time to say, let me allow myself grieve. Because they're actually children. Your last born was 8 months. It was a baby. And you know how it is with babies. I just said it now that I run away from. So, you know, I couldn't wait to run away from that phase. But, you know, they really needed you. You had to be there for them. So, maybe I should say, have you been able to grieve?
But I told you.
What did you tell me? I can't
remember the day on the couch.
What did you say? I can't remember.
Anyway, big sisters are bullies, ne? See what I have to endure. So, let me start from the beginning. The day I got the news, I wanted to cry. But then when I started crying, Ian was also crying. I saw the look of terror on her eyes. And right then, I knew that I had to keep it together for their sake. You can hear them in the background. This is a mother's house.
Mother's kitchen.
To answer your question, I think grief is it's someone, a mentor of mine says it's work. You go through it's a grief work. It's a process. It's not a one-day event. In the beginning, it might have been tough. Remember, there were times I couldn't eat. There were times I couldn't sleep. Like I remember the first night, Auntie Jumoke slept on the couch because of COVID. Of course, she couldn't come and sleep with me in the room. But I stayed up the whole night. And God was just talking to me. Thank God. but I couldn't sleep even 1 week. And then that first few days, I couldn't eat. People were, not that I wasn't even hungry, not that I was starving or anything. So I think that was grieving. That was grieving, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
Yeah. But then there is things to take care of, a funeral to plan, there's people to talk to, there's this, there's
Things
that,
to do,
bills, whatever.
Things to do, yeah.
So you give yourself opportunities along the way.
Yeah.
Or you take them as they come. The other day we went to the gravesite. I felt like that was another opportunity. I felt like I avoided, because whenever I get there, I have so many questions for Femi. And I feel like I can just sit there and ask him, but I know he won't answer me. So it's a bit futile. But those are also moments that I get to grieve.
True. But do you think you've had time, like, to take off time and say, because you always have to attend to the kids? Do you really think
I've not taken the
now
time?
You have.
I haven't, because since then I've been a busy person.
I know, right?
And I've had a lot of things to deal with.
So now, Kudzai, what's your state of mind? How are you feeling?
I'm at peace. I'm grateful to God. He has helped me. I like you were saying, I also ascribe to the same thing, that I don't know how anyone can survive this life or such life-altering events without God. He's our anchor. And I used to say, it's like the church has been my therapist. I haven't attended therapy, but I was always given opportunities to vent until I decided by myself that let me stop sharing. Because people would think, is she the first person? Is she the only one? And then I just decided to stop. But I think I've honored his memory. Good. Grief is honoring, is that love, putting it somewhere. I still miss him. I had to change a lot of things around my space that reminded me.
I know.
I had to stop going to certain places because when I go there, like we were planning to go to Soweto.
That is why I've been dragging my feet.
I've just been like, oh, but she said she wants to go.
I wanted to go because
in my
of the
heart
kids.
of hearts,
I
don't want, because
and even for me, I'm like, the last time I went there, I still remember the videos. Femi. Yes.
So it's been playing in my head, but also you have to be hospitable. If the person you're hosting, your guests say, we want to see this place, you have to. But for me, really, left up to me, I wouldn't. But I also, like, now I always think my kids are in South Africa, I could have taken them, but
going there without, I understand.
Going to the mall, I remember the first year, there was a place myself and Femi used to like to go in the mall. Because I like to give gifts. He also used to like to give gifts. Yes, I know. So there's a lady who used to help me curate gifts. So the first time I went there without her,
sending us gifts. It's okay.
I will send. Don't worry, your life will get better.
No, amen. Yes, it will. I just mean, like, when you come with so many gifts.
So when I went there, she was like, "Where's the big guy?"
Oh, you'd have to explain.
And then I was like, he's not around. It's not like him. He's always
always with you.
You guys are always together. You also don't want to go to Soweto.
Yes, now. Why do you think I've been dragging my feet?
So I took her number. The intention was, I'm never going back to Westgate Mall to do gift baskets. So I'll just be calling her, then I'll send an Uber to fetch. But when I got home, I just said, let me tell her the truth. So I said to her, you asked me about my husband. The last time you saw us together was the day we took family pictures on his birthday. Then he passed on. He's no longer on this earth. She called me wailing. I was like, She said, you people made me believe in love. You people made me believe in marriage. I was like, oh, really? Okay. But that birthed my other business that I do sometimes on the side, where I create gift baskets, because I decided I don't want to ever see her again. I don't want to disappoint her. So I'm going to do my own gift baskets.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. What did you ask me, by the way?
I asked how you're doing now, and I asked you if you were able to grieve. Yes, you answered my question. And grieving is not something that's just a day or just 3 years, 4 years. it's forever. Sometimes, you know, there are the little things you see and you remember that person, and you're like, there was a time, you know, it took a while. I didn't want to, you know, I'll tell you then, you'd send me a message. Imagine someone had just passed and then I'll see bros, I'll be like, did you really pass? Did I get a message? And I'll be like, oh, God,
when I use his phone.
Like, there's just too many, and it was difficult for me to read our messages. I didn't go through, I didn't want to, you know, just listen. I have voice notes from him. I didn't want to listen.
You know,
I didn't want to. But you know, there are times, yes. So, you know, like I say, grief is in different phases. So there are times now I listen, I laugh. I'm like, you know, because it's funny. He had one, you know, he had this sense of humor that he'll joke even up till his death. In the hospital bed, he'll joke about other patients in the
remember
ward,
he was telling us things on the group.
And I remember when we were saying, bros, you have COVID, you can't smell. And I was saying, Kudzai, will you send him some body spray or something? And I was like, look, all of us, they smell. Nobody can smell. After all, that, you know, it's okay, it doesn't need body spray. You know, we'll just joke about different things till his death. You know, he had that sense of humor. And now I'll look at it and I'll laugh, you know, and it will help me. You know, I'll look at videos, look at pictures. I still have my moment. When I hear it, I'm like, oh Lord, no, you took my brother. And there are times I'm like, oh, he lived a good life. He lived, see his family and all that. And but for me, you know, I took time. Like I stopped. And because, you know, then we're all ill. I also had COVID. We stopped. I shut down my factory. I told nobody was going to work. And Jerry also took time off work. He was even supposed, he told his boss, said, oh, it's okay. He took time off. He was also not okay. He was always having panic attacks then. So we were literally just stuck. We just kept to ourselves. We were not entertaining visitors as such. We were just by ourselves. So we cried. We took time to do all of that. You know how you unpack. We looked at pictures, videos. We cry. We talk about him every time. Jerry would say, if Bruce was here, you remember this movie? We watched this together. Even the kids.
Oh yeah,
and then you remember Dara had to, I remember Dara had to do a website or something for him at some point.
Yeah, the memorial.
We didn't even know about it. But you know, I was like, the way children also grieve. So it's okay that people do how, you know, anyhow and I like that the children are here because it helps you to, even when you don't want to be a strong woman, it just helps you to know that these people are looking up to me. I mustn't, you know, I was telling you when we came at the airport, I was like, oh, it's a good thing I came with my children because I've been trying to come, you know, we couldn't get the visa and Femi and I wanted to come. And this time around, I was going to come, but my husband said, wait, when the kids come, when they're on holiday, let's go together. You know, this is the first time you're going since your brother passed, and it'll be good to have some form of support. So I was like, okay. And you know, when we got to the airport, I was like, When we got out, I was like, oh, this is where Bruce would stay. You know, would come and pick us from the airport. I remember the first time I came and I ran like a baby. He also came to hug me, and I was like, oh no, these memories. And I was like, and then I looked at my kids. Moji, you can't cry. You gotta be strong, you know. And then, you know, so I understand that those times, and I like that the children are here to support you, and we are where we are. We're supporting you. We're praying for you, and like you said, God has got you. You know,
it keeps us safe.
So yes, so you'll be fine.
So what scripture is? Are you done with your questions?
So. Anyway, I'm done. My 10 minutes is up.
Thank you. What scripture carries you? What's your daily scripture?
Daily scripture.
The one that carries you.
For grief or just generally?
Generally.
First of all, one thing I always like to say is that God is mindful of me, because for a long time, let me give you small. I used to live in fear after Bruce passed. I just felt, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
But how can you
We literally almost had a what's it called session for me. Deliverance from fear, because I just felt that, you know, we're four. I'd lost the two people before me, so I was next. And so I just felt that, what are we living for? Because Bruce also had a lot of dreams, a lot of, you know, and you know,
a lot of prophecies and promises. And I remember every time we would leave home.
And his faith was really strong. You know, there are times I'll look at him and I'll hold on to his faith and say, but Bruce has said this, you know, has prayed this and all of that. So no matter how we believe in God, there are times that we have that fear.
Shaking.
You know. So I really used to be afraid. I didn't at some point, I didn't even want to do anything. I didn't want to go work. People would call me for business. I'll be like, I'm not well, I'm not around, I'm not working now. I turned down jobs because I was like, we'll do all this, we'll make money and then we'll die. So what's the essence, you know? So I didn't want to do anything. Even with my kids, my husband was like, Muji, you just have to try. So I shut down the factory. I was like, everybody go home, don't worry, you get your salary. I just didn't want to do anything. Even when people talk to me, I didn't want to talk to people. I just wanted to be, because I'm like, what is all of this for? You know how sometimes you really think, and that year was a wonderful year for me. You know, I'd lost people close to me. I lost my brother, I lost my pastor. So, you know, it was just too much. And I'm like, what are we running? What are we living for? But, you know, I always believe, you know, so something that helped me, because even my parents were now living in fear, because if anything would happen, I was telling you, they'll be like, but you don't travel, don't do this, don't go there, don't play, you have a headache. I've been taking, like, they were fretting, they were scared, they were always, you know, like, will anything happen to this child again? I can't afford to lose. Even my mom was, if out, it will literally take me, I can't lose another child, you know. So, you know, so for me, one thing, so I got to a point where I was like, I told my mom, in fact, there was time I was to travel with my friends, and she was like, don't go, I can't lose another child. I'm like, Mommy, I'm just traveling. Nothing is going to happen. She said, no, this one, you can't go. And, you know, she started crying and doing all of that. And I said, see, what's the end? It's either I will live or die, right? And then, so I had to go for, you know, I went for a retreat. I went to rebuild, reconnect with God.
I remember.
I went to, really,
when you say you started
sorting out. So I went, yes, and then I went to pray, and I'm like, God, see, if it's just that we should die, let it be. But you're the owner of my life. Do you understand? I can't continue to live in fear. I can't just think that, oh, if I go out, a car will hit me. Or, you know, it was a lot of fear. Or I'll just be in the house, I'll die. Maybe my brothers have gone. Maybe it's a curse. Maybe it's this. You know, all those kind of thoughts came into my mind. And I told my mom, I said, if I die, I die. But let me die in God. We can't not live because we're thinking we will die. You know. And at that point, you know, I think that was when I started reading Isaiah. And, you know, there's this fear not, for I am with you. And that began to help me that, oh, really, God is with me. And I started to believe. And so everything I do, there's so many times like, can I do this? Can I not? But I'm like, Muji, fear not. God is with you.
Yes.
And it helps me. And another thing that I hold on to now, you know, there's the actual scripture, I think, Romans 8:38, that I'm convinced that neither death nor life, nor any other creation, nothing can separate me from the love of God.
True.
So now I feel that I am loved. I feel that God is mindful of me. I say it every time. So you know how it is when somebody loves you. You know, if maybe your husband was there and you know somebody loves you, you can bounce around, you can. So it helps me. So every day I'm like, nothing can separate me from the love of God. And nothing showed, you know, nothing on this earth showed. So it helps me. It helps me through grief, that even in death. And you know, I even think about it, even for my brother that has passed, which is something that has helped me to, that the fact that he's dead, doesn't mean that God, you know, nothing changes that love. God created you. You served him.
And
you are diligent to him.
For you.
Yes. So for me, I always believe that, you know, nothing can separate me from love. God loves me. He wants the best for me.
True.
He's a good God. So why should I be afraid? Why shouldn't I live my life? You know? And really, I am backing.
Live it to the fullest. Remember, it says he came that we might have life and have it
in abundance.
To live it to the fullest.
Yes.
So glad. I also do have moments of fear where I'm like, oh, I'm the only parent. So you find that sometimes you hold back. You want to do something, maybe there's a team building activity or something, or there's a place you want to go to, then you're like, accidents.
If anything happens to me,
or if you feel a
what
pain,
happens to my children?
Could this be life-threatening? You know. But I've decided and made peace in my heart to say, Femi taught me to grieve because he had lost his brother. And the few moments we would talk about him, I remember when we had Simba in 2013, Simba was supposed to be called Ibukunolu. But that Friday when he was born, when we got home, he was like, Kudzai, I've changed my mind. We won't call him Ibukun. We'll call him Oluwasegun. I was like, but we said we'll never name any child after another person, especially someone who died young.
Yeah.
And then he was like, oh, but he loved the Lord, and I would really love to honor his memory. So I had to concede, although in my mind I also decided I won't use that as his first name.
Yeah.
So that's why Simba doesn't answer Oluwasegun so much, except in school. Yeah. He answers Simba.
Yeah, it's okay.
But he taught me in that moment, because I would always ask him, but you're always happy, but you say you miss your brother. You're always, it's like you don't even remember him. It's only the few times that you mention him. I was like, but it's still there. Yes. I mean, I was born with this person. I spent more than half my life with him. I loved him. And then the few times he would talk about him, you would see tears welling up in his eyes. Yeah. And that was like more than 10 years later. Yeah, sure. So I think in a way he taught me to grieve. So much that now I've made a decision in my life to say, in as much as sometimes I don't want to come out of bed, I have to. Because Femi was a go-getter. Yeah. Femi was a hard worker. Femi was a dreamer. So why should I stop dreaming? Yeah. Okay, if I don't want to dream, let me actualize those dreams he had for me.
Yes.
He told me you will do something very big. So I'm wondering, could this be it? Or is there something yet to come? I don't know. Only God knows. But he would start things and he would be passionate about them. And he would give his all. I think one of the lessons I shared, that he would say, whatever your hand finds to do with all your might, and give your all, so that even if it fails, you've put your all. We tried so many things. Remember the popcorn?
That should be a business, a full edition.
He tried so many things, and I was there taking pictures, and I'm thinking, I remember once he was like, oh, God is faithful. And I'm like, Femi, how? Because you work so hard, but
you're not seeing, yes.
I can't see. It's like, but that doesn't make God any less. Yeah. Because I'm learning lessons with each venture. Yeah. And when my time comes, I remember the other day.
You learn even from him, because he shows diligence, resilience, all those things, because there are lessons that we learned from him.
From him.
Yes. And there are so many times now when I'm like, you can't fail. Your brother will not be happy with you. And it was someone who would encourage you, who could encourage you, could push you, who could find you. There's nothing bros could not find. Like, it was very resourceful.
Very.
Hush.
So I know some of my friends say to me, you're a resource person.
Yes, you're like
anything I need. If I need a person to fix my gate, I'll call Kudzai. Yeah. If I need this, Kudzai. And I'm like, I don't know. Maybe he was very studious. They always reading. Some of the things are happening now. I'm wondering now, podcasts.
Yes.
He told me about podcasts long back.
Even e-commerce.
E-commerce, when he did Shop and Mall and Bid Monster.
Even clean this that app that we're trying to do.
My cousin. Yeah. I feel like that, doing something and excelling at it, or even if you don't excel, but doing it and putting your whole effort will make him proud. They say there's a crowd of witnesses, and I believe he's in that crowd of witnesses. There are times when I want to do stuff, and then I just look up and I'm like, Femi wouldn't let me do like, we wouldn't have let me do this. Sometimes you want to maybe cut a corner, but then you remember the person he's like, what, it was our married life wasn't that long.
It wasn't short also.
It wasn't short. It was eventful.
Yeah.
But it was lesson packed. I think I always say, if anything, he was born for me. Because I was a crybaby. I'm tough. I was slothful. He made me realize the value, the dignity in labor. I was very serious. Yes, he was playful. He was the playful one in our marriage. he would bring out the little girl in me, although I was younger, but I was very serious, maybe because of being a firstborn. Yes. I didn't have faith. I think, you know how I was listening to one message where they're saying the devil knows and tries to. I'm very careful with my kids now to watch for what the things the enemy might be using, especially this loss that they had. Because I remember when I was a child, I'd believe for stuff, and when at some point something didn't happen, and I decided I'm never going to believe for anything. So I lived a life of what will be.
Anyhow.
And now, because of my relationship with Femi and the lessons he taught me, we had a lot of downs, like things that didn't go the way we liked. But he would always thank God. And he would still believe God for more. So now, even when I'm going through stuff, I remember him. And I remember that, if I do this, he's going to be disappointed. I know he's probably, because he told me that once he's gone, he's disconnected. But I always have this feeling that he can see me. There's some things that were like maybe there was a secret I had kept from him. And then I was like, sometimes I just like, I think that's the grieving process. I'll just, wherever I am, I'll just sit down and say, oh God, so now you know this thing. I wish I had told it to you myself. So, but all my memories of him, yes, there were times, but they were the good times were
most of it, for me too. Same, similar. Most of it was beautiful. Now I feel sad there's no one to. When I tell my kids, when they're being naughty, and I say, I was a very good child, very patient, gentle. And they're like, but there's nobody to prove, there's no witness. Your brothers are not there.
All we have is the present. And it's not calm.
I know. So sometimes, there are times I'm even telling for me something, and I'm like, I wish I could call to corroborate my story. So, I miss that, there's no one, who I actually shared a childhood with, who's here now to say, oh, you remember this person, or you remember this. I feel like that's part of my life has been wiped off.
But your parents,
and they didn't share, how it is with kids. They didn't share those moments with us, or they don't know those are our friends. But our parents are there to say, okay, you went to this place. But those moments, like when you and your cousins, like you said, the children, so the people actually shared it with and no more. But for bros, like it made up for, how somebody literally almost, you have one brother and it feels like you have 10 brothers. So it kind of made up for my first brother who had passed, because he was always there. He was protective till
big on family.
I was married, I was a mother. I would want to go out to say, let me follow you. This one is not safe. And I'm like, bros, what if you're not in Lagos? Am I a small girl? I will follow you there. And he'll tell me, Amuji, the way you did this to your husband, it's not okay. You must be respectful. He would correct you in love. He was playful. How he would still jump on the bed. Oh Lord. He will jump, he will just come and
I'll be making the
used
bed.
to do that
come and jump.
since we were little. Since we were little.
Those are the things I miss.
He did it still. Yes. There are times anybody jumps, I'll be like, you remind me of my brother. Even when Jerry is a bit calmer. When Danny comes and wants to jump on, I'll be like, oh my God. So, it was fun. We had all those gists. He had this great sense of humor. And he was really hardworking. And one thing I've learned and taken, like he went to Faith Foundation, all of that time, it didn't make meaning to me. But when I saw that, I was growing in my business career, and I needed to do something to also help me.
Do you want us to do an episode on business?
Which maybe we'll probably delve into it, because we have a lot to talk about. But so he encouraged that part of my life, because we had actually started business somehow when we were young, because my mom used to sell when we were little. When we were like 6, 7, we'll be writing receipts. She'll import soaps, but these soaps she used to bring, Magnus. We had always been exposed to business from a young age, so I guess that helped us. But for bros, how sometimes you try something and we're like, please, I'm tired, but he was someone
insistent.
He won't give up. Yes. And how sometimes you feel like I've tried this and I shouldn't do something else again. He will start something else, start to research on it, Jesus Christ. My brother was resilient. And you know, something I've learned, you know, I did a course recently on, you know, trusting your dreams and keeping dreams alive and all of that anyway. And it shows that, you know, it's not just, it's a journey. So, you know, all those times he tried, and I started thinking about him while doing the program, that it's not just achieving that greatness. You get joy while you're trying to achieve something. So most times, you know, we wait until we achieve all the greatness and all that. But from Bros, I learned that you don't wait until you get that gold medal. That you're just going for the training, that you're researching on it. Leave. You know, and so for me, that's been some motto. Leave. Don't let death come and meet you dead already. When it comes knocking, live your life. Live to the fullest. Do all the things you want to do. It's the journey. Do you understand? Don't wait till you get to the destination. Enjoy the journey, you know, and make the best of it. You know, impact lives, help people, be good. Live your life. Let your life always bring glory to the name of God. And be happy, be joyful. Just enjoy it. Yeah.
Yo, I think that's a wrap. Let's call it a wrap. Otherwise, I mean, since Sister Marie came, we've been sleeping at 1 a.m., having difficult and candid conversations, and also having light moment ones. So this has been one of them. I've learned a bit from you, your grief journey. I hope someone out there has gleaned 1 or 2 things that they'll carry with them. I just want to thank you and to encourage you to continue to like, share, subscribe, watch previous videos. Those lessons, like you see, we kept referring back to them because you see, I wasn't lying. They were actual lessons. So thank you for trusting Kandid Kudzai. Thank you for taking time to listen.
Thank you.
And I look forward to seeing you again in the next editions, next episodes. God bless you.
Bye. Thanks for watching. Subscribe.
It doesn't bite. Oh, it doesn't bite.
Kandid Kudzai. Conversations flow and women grow. We break taboos, build strong bridges through shared experiences and empowering stories. Welcome to Kandid Kudzai, conversations that matter. Join the conversation. Kandid Kudzai.